to another episode of St. B TV. Today I'm joined by a special guest, sous chef Sam.
Hello.
As I mentioned in our last weekly email, we were going to address the results of the 2020 food and beverage survey, so that's what we're here today to do. We want to thank everybody who took the time to complete the survey. We had almost 200 people respond, and we got some really great feedback. So we're going to review some of that today with you. We have about 10 pages of comments and suggestions. Obviously, I can't address everything individually, but I have reread and read this through. So things that came up more than once, we're gonna go over. And I thought it would be great to have Sam or someone here from the kitchen to kind of address things from a kitchen perspective, because you know, even though I have an understanding of what's going on in there, he's gonna be able to tell you best. So let's get started with the survey itself. So the survey was, it was a pretty short survey, not too many questions. The first two questions that we had on the survey were the questions about how much you golf at the club per week in comparison to how much you dine at our food and beverage establishments. The reasons that we asked that question is just to kind of get an idea of, you know, how often people are at the club and then how much they're using the services while they're here. The next questions led into the food assessment, and the reason that we wanted to add those questions into the survey this year is because of the current situation with COVID-19 and the pandemic, and we wanted to see, you know, feedback from our members whether it was feasible for them to use the 375 at this point in time. So I'll quickly review through those questions. As far as food assessment goes, I think we were at an 85 or an 87% say that they're going to have no issues using it. There are a few that responded that they struggled to use their 375, but it seemed to be that was the trend for other years as well and not COVID related. So then when we go into the food and beverage specific questions, the first question was, how would you rate your overall level of satisfaction of your experience in the gallery? So 1 being very disappointed and 5 being highly satisfied. We scored a 4.4, so I think we're pretty happy with that. Mm-hmm. And then our next questions, these somehow got out of order. Sam, you must have done that.
3 ritter.
Okay. So then the next question was, how would you rate your overall level of satisfaction with your experiences on the patio? That being the lower level patio, 1 being highly dissatisfied and 5 being highly satisfied. Again, we ranked a 4.4, so we're pretty happy with that.
We're good.
Next question, please rank the following attributes in order of importance when visiting the restaurant. So I'm not going to go through every single one, but it was pretty clear to us that the most important thing is quality of food. So based on the comments and feedback we received from the members, most people are pretty darn satisfied with the quality of the food this year. I don't think quality has been an issue for us.
Not at all, yeah.
So good job to you guys.
Thank you.
Then knowledgeable staff, friendly staff, also being really important things. And again, if I refer back to the questions and the comments and suggestions, we received so many positive comments and feedback on the staff here. It was really nice to see that. And I also agree that I think that our serving staff is doing a fantastic job this year. Okay, so this is one of the important ones. Please rate the following service items at our restaurant on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being poor, 5 being excellent. So the first one is friendliness of staff, and we ranked 4.7. So almost being perfect. Yeah. Again, so many wonderful comments on the staff. Staff's knowledge of the menu, we got a 4.3, so not horrible, but it gives us some room to improve and make sure the girls have adequate product knowledge. Attentiveness of staff, 4.2, again ranking pretty high. Staffing levels, 3.9. So as soon as we go beyond that 4 mark, it's something that we want to look at internally and see if there's some changes we can make. I think, now that we've been open June and July, we've gotten a handle on our volumes, and we are starting to adjust our staffing to that, both in the kitchen and in the front of the house. So I think you're going to see some improvements on that, and we'll continue to make adjustments where necessary. And then the next one is order production speed, and we ranked a 3.45. So again, not horrible,
not bad,
but it's not good enough for us. So yeah, this is something we've been talking about a lot in the kitchen, and I'm going to let Sam address it a little bit because we don't want to make any excuses. We're looking to improve, and that was the whole point of this survey. But there are some things that I think that people don't necessarily understand sometimes, so we just want to put those out there as well.
So one of the main things is that our kitchen itself is very small. And being that small of a kitchen, we also have 3 dining areas that we provide food to, sometimes even 4, including the solarium, including the big room as well. So sometimes when the orders come in and they all come in all at once, it makes it hard for us because we don't have room to cook all the items that was been ordered. So we sometimes go on a bill-to-bill basis that sometimes we can only do 3 bills at once, and then the next couple of bills after that. And it ends up that those guys end up waiting for their food. But in that sense, we have a little problem because the servers themselves get busy as well. So them running around sometimes at a patio into the other rooms, and with the whole COVID scenario, them having to replace your cups when you need another coffee, it makes the service a little slower. But we're getting a better handle on it, figuring out when those busy times happen, when we can put an extra person on to just bus tables so that the servers don't have to, so they can concentrate more on their service and punching in and running out food. And for the kitchen, we're also trying to put in more staff on the right times. Because it's not really constantly busy all day. It comes in sporadically sometimes, and when that happens, that's when a lot of the food wait times happen. So we're figuring out when we could have 1 or 2 extra people during those rushes as well. So
yeah, and the staffing has been a challenging thing for us this year, especially with COVID, because we are in the position where we have to be very careful with our expenses. I think it's no secret that we are down. The food and beverage department is going to be significantly down in revenue due to the loss of our weddings and event services. And without having that additional revenue, we have to watch our profit margins in the restaurant. Cost of goods are higher for our member service sides because we want to offer the best rates we can for you guys. And so, in turn, we've been trying to watch our labor with staff without compromising the quality of service that should happen at a private club. So it's been 2 months, we're learning as we go, and the kitchen is, has been adding the staff in to try to address this. So it's something that we take very seriously, and we really do want to improve that. I know even since I started working here, it's always been a thing, and I do think it's gotten way better over the years.
It has been better for sure.
And 3.5 out of 5, not horrible, but we want to do better.
It needs to be over a 4.
Yeah, so next time we send you a survey, we're really striving for that. So we're going to make those changes. And then the last thing on the list was the appropriate COVID-19 safety measures. And again, we ranked a 4.3. I think that the staff, it's been really hard for them, but we're doing everything we can. And that being said, there's lots of people who say like, well, why can't we have the coffee pot? And why do we have to have little creamers or little ketchups? And it's so much waste. We totally agree. It's not something we want to be doing, but we are following public health orders, and nothing has said that we, in the original public health orders, they were very strict about the 6 feet between the tables, as well as, bringing no refills. You have to bring new cups, no putting water pitchers on tables, no putting coffee on tables, ketchup bottles, salt and peppers. So the serving staff here are still following those orders because nothing has told us that we can stop doing it. I understand other restaurants might be, pushing the line with it, but it's just not something that we're willing to take a chance with. So please be patient with us because we are really just trying to follow rules. And bylaw officers have been by here 4 times in the last 4 weeks probably. So the last thing we would want is a shutdown at this point in the season.
And even the fines, like we spend an extra a little bit more money on certain products, especially for coffee. But at the end of the day, if we ever get fined for those things, it would cost us a lot more money and a lot more problems as well.
Yeah, completely agree. So then we're going on to page 4. Okay, so the next question. Please rate the following items regarding our menu on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being poor, 5 being excellent. Again, that's why I have Sam here. So quality of food, we came in at an average rating of 4.4. So
That's pretty good.
Pretty happy.
Yeah.
We know that no matter what restaurant you are, you know, people have different tastes, and that to be perfect would be pretty hard. But
It's hard to satisfy everyone.
we're
trying really hard.
We're always going to keep trying. So the next one is menu variety, and that one came in at a 3.9. So we, again, like we said, under 4, something we're going to definitely look at and see what kind of suggestions and comments we're getting. So some of the suggestions and comments that we got regarding that was, you know, the size of the menu, the options, the features. So I'm going to let Sam tell you a little bit about what we're thinking for the second half of this year.
So for the second half, we're looking to introduce more healthy varieties. And a big part of that was in the survey when people are asking for it. We're looking to introduce, you know, healthy muffins, whole fruits, and stuff like that to be readily available to those people. We're also introducing fresher items on the menu. Bruschetta will be one of them, and it will be a freshly made one when you order it. It won't be one that's been kept in the fridge for a while. And we're also putting a little bit more variety on our food, and customization is going to be very big. Recently there's going to be a lot of people that are looking for gluten-free meals or keto-friendly meals. A lot of people are wanting more wraps, and so we're going to have the menu be specified to what you can do with each and every item. For example, ordering Saint B beef, just because it's in a sandwich doesn't mean you can have it in a wrap. Or, you know, like if you were having a keto friendly meal, you could have it with lettuce instead of a bun. Certain things like that. And we're also introducing more items into our features. Now we have our daily features from Monday to Sunday, such as lettuce wraps. The pickerel bites have been a fan favorite since we launched them. We are doing Taco Tuesdays as well, which a lot of people are liking. And then
So another one of the comments that I saw quite a few times, and something we talked about in the kitchen, was quicker service items. Because, you know, sometimes people are coming in and they've got a tea time and they got to get moving, and so we wanted to see what we could do about that, and so we took that into consideration.
Yeah, so a lot more items should be done quicker. For the members that have tea time, especially like that, a mention to the servers will also help us accommodate that request. But sometimes, you know, when in the middle of a lunch rush and we're busy, it's sometimes a little bit harder for us to do quicker items. But we are definitely striving, and by having that extra staff on the line to handle those kind of requests always also makes it easier for us. And yeah, the menu itself, we're bringing back a lot of fan favorites from the previous years, which is also easier for us to make because a lot of our staff has the knowledge in making them already. So that should be a big help on our build times. So hopefully you guys see an improvement this next menu launching on August
4th.
August 4th.
So we're going to launch the new menu right after the long weekend, August 4th. So that's Tuesday. Next. So you got one week left with this current menu. We're not taking everything off of it, but there are a couple things I'll let you know that you are going to see gone. That's you know, the summer rules. So if you want to have those, have them before Tuesday, as well as the Thai shrimp salad. We're looking at changing those out. So yeah, if those are your favorites, you're going to want to make sure you come see us before Tuesday. One question that was relatable that I had on here was, oh my goodness, now I've lost it. Okay, well I know there are hundreds. Yeah, but as you were talking, I had remembered something and now I've lost it. So I'm sure I'll find it after. As we move along, menu and pricing and value. So I just wanted to touch on this for just a second and just remind the membership that the prices on the menu are the public pricing, and that all members are getting 10% off of that pricing. So sometimes it does look like something is a little bit high, but you have to take into consideration there is a discount being applied to that. And then also, you know, that our menu is priced, at about a 40% cost of goods at this point, which is actually considerably high for a cost of goods compared to a public restaurant. So
other restaurants run at under 30% most of the time, that makes their food a lot more expensive.
And we really are trying to get, the best value to our membership. Another thing is that we use, top products, right? We're not using frozen products. We're using as much fresh stuff as we can. From smaller distributors, and
especially our meats, especially our chicken, for people that are enjoying the new way we're doing chicken this year. They are never frozen chicken. They come in fresh. We process them fresh, and they're cooked perfectly to 160 degrees, and we just grill them when you guys order them. That's why they're nice and tender.
And then, some of the baked goods and the breads, these are coming from local bakeries and local suppliers.
Fresh every day.
The cinnamon buns. The cinnamon buns were brought up quite a few times in the questionnaire section. And so, there's one of two, we can do a couple things with it. Right now, we're getting them from a local bakery, and the product is a little bit more expensive to us. We were trying to do something that we thought was a little bit more quality. And that product's just over $3 after taxes and shipping to us cost. So, I think it comes up as $7 on the menu, which seems to be high. And I think it was referenced to be compared to like a sandwich price. But again, it's a pricey product to us. So, if we wanted to look at something, under $4 menu price to the membership, we would have to get a less expensive product. And we're really trying not to compromise on our quality of goods. So again, something that we're going to keep talking about, and if the membership feels strongly enough about something, we're always going to do whatever the membership prefers. So portion size, again, 4.2. I don't think we've had any issues. Actually, I found it funny because there was the majority of comments that were made about portion size were that, sometimes there's too much food or it's too big. And then there was the odd one or two that says it's not enough food. So I think, again, it's a personal. Description accuracy, no issues there. Over almost a 5 rating. Creativity, 4.1. I think you guys are doing a great job of that. Dietary accommodations, 4, but there were some comments and suggestions, and we took that very seriously, especially about, in today's day, like Sam said, a lot of people are eating gluten-free and keto and vegetarian and vegan, and so we want to make the membership feel like everybody has the same amount of options and not just like 2-3 things that they can eat off the menu. And
also adding on to that, we do help our members a lot. There are some members that are that eat only halal meats and stuff like that. If you guys come up to us at the kitchen, talk to me or Ian and ask us about a special meal that you would like that we could accommodate. We could bring in certain products that you need as well. We just have to let us know. We always have something available, and we're always flexible on whatever the membership needs. So if you guys shoot us an email, talk to us in person, we'll be glad to help you. And we don't look at it as like, I know I've had people say to me before, well, I don't want to be a bother. It's not a bother. We're happy to try to do whatever we can to accommodate. And then the next question is, what types of items would you like to see more of on the gallery menu? We asked this because we are looking at making that transition for August. So 48% of survey takers did say healthier selections. 45 said quicker service items. What are some other high ones? The sandwiches and everything else was in the 20%. Noodle dishes is a little high too.
Noodle dishes was high. I know that the Dan noodles went over
that was big.
Super well at the men's open this year. We did have them as a feature.
For 1 week,
with a lot of those things, it's better for us to do them for features because it's not something that you're going to eat consistently.
Exactly.
And so for our prep needs in the kitchen as well as waste, that's why we have the weekly rotating features. But while we're on the topic of features, again, another comment that was made more than once was that it would be nice to see the features available throughout the whole day. Well, although it's not super possible because we do have daytime staff and we do have nighttime staff, and some people are trained to do certain things and they're better than others, the entrees need to remain after 4 p.m. But we have taken this into consideration and we're going to do 2 different things during the day.
So we're going to be introducing the sandwich, which is normally available all throughout the day. but we'll have a second item to either be a salad or a noodle dish or a stir fry. A small entree that you would want to eat at lunchtime, nothing too heavy, nothing like potatoes and steaks or stuff like that. It'd be, for example, like the ginger beef or a noodle bowl, and it would be available a daytime option, that you would have for lunch. Nothing heavy, but not too light as well, you know.
Okay, that sounds great. We are going to be doing, so on Monday is going to be Food and Beverage Day. You're going to get an email from us, whether it's a video or just a quick email, and we're going to be sending out those feature sheets. So the features do run from Monday through Sunday.
Yes.
And that's the weeklies. The daily ones stay the same, but they
change every day.
Correct. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for that. Then we get into beverage cart and stuff like that. And overall, there's really not too much to report. Again, our rating for overall satisfaction with the refreshment cart was 4.7.
That's high.
Super high.
Yeah.
And again, I have like raving reviews about the staff. So it makes me so proud. And these girls are doing such a fantastic job. I think we really have a terrific group of employees this year.
Very good.
Kitchen staff too, not just the serving staff. Everybody's doing such a great job. So the only thing that I did want to address with the beverage cart was, well, the product inconsistency. I think we've spoken about enough. We're still going to keep working on it. There's going to be some variance in the types of products that you have, but we're going to do whatever we can. But we did have some requests in our questionnaires and our comments about different snack options, like healthier options. We've heard that. So I think we've agreed to whole fruits, for sure.
Whole fruits and muffins, for sure.
And muffins. So we are looking at doing that right away, probably. And then we're going to start there. We've tried some other things on the cart in the past, like fruit cups. And then what happens is we end up having more waste than we do
we did the granola too, the granola and yogurt.
So that's kind of the changes that we're looking to make so far. What else?
Well, just adding on that fruit cup thing, the fruit cup is always available off the line. So if you guys ever want a snack like that out on the course, just ask one of the cart girls. They'll radio in and we can make one for you really quick and they can bring it out to you when they come back in, right?
Yeah. I think that part of it is just awareness, right? You know, the menu, we're happy to customize it in any way we can. We're going to make that a little bit more evident with the new menu with some legends. So, you know, if you see a W symbol beside something, that means you can make it into a wrap very easily. If you see the V symbol beside it, it's an easy tweak to make it a vegetarian item. We want to give everybody some variety. I'm just kind of trying to go through here and see if I had any other questions for Sam. But honestly, most of them are good food, selection could be larger, but overall quite satisfied. I'm pleased with the food and the staff, nothing to complain about. Have been ordering, which is fine. But food takes way too long to come up for simple orders. We're working on that. Never go. Often the ground floor patio isn't clean. So I actually swept it personally yesterday, and then I'm gonna have Darren pressure wash it early this week. So we're gonna give that a good refresh. Keep up the great work. Order speed is quite slow. So again, that is a common one. Food is always excellent. Portion sizes are great.
Be larger than necessary.
Yeah, so this one says the portion sizes are larger than more wraps would be nice. Or the ability to turn a regular sandwich into a wrap. Absolutely. So we're gonna kind of indicate on the menu which things can be done because that's an easy one for us. And then we had some requests for smaller things. So we are gonna be doing a half sandwich soup combo on the new menu. What else? I don't know that I'm forgetting. I think we've talked about absolutely everything. But like always, if you have any other questions or feedback, send us an email. You're welcome to email the kitchen staff as well. They can always address things about food or dietary.
And we're always happy to do that for you guys. You know, like it sucks sometimes when you want to eat something and there's not enough options for you, but just when you talk to us, we'll figure something out for you. We're good at that. We do that a lot for weddings, right?
Yes, yeah.
So.
Girls are great. Keep the girls. Yeah, the girls are great. Yeah. So overall, I just want to again say thank you to you guys for taking the time to fill out the survey. We really do take it quite seriously. We can take it kind of personally too, but we're trying to remain objective about it, and we want to make those improvements and do better for our membership. So thank you, and if you love something on this menu and you're going to be sad to see it go, make sure you come and see us in the next week, and then new menu is going to start, so we look forward to seeing you then.
Yeah, we have 10 days left.
All right, well thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.